Hello, Virgo, and welcome to Soul Guidance with Adriana. I am a spiritual life coach and I help you choose growth. Things are a little different today. I've got a new animal oracle deck, so this will be your theme card for the reading, and then I'm also changing up the spread a little bit. We have card number 42, Dolphin, Happiness, for your theme today. Now, the theme of happiness has to do a lot with the theme of self-responsibility, that we're responsible for creating our own happiness, not circumstances, not anything outside of ourselves or anyone outside of ourselves, that we have the power to create our own happiness. This card is also kind of a light, joyful reminder to do things that make you happy. A lot of joy, these dolphins jumping up. And that happiness of doing the things that you really love gives birth, she's pregnant there, to multiple possibilities, many possibilities. Okay, let's look at your other message. We're starting with the Mother of Arrows, having to make a decision. You're needing to make a clear judgment about your situation. And let's see where you're headed. Five of Roots, Scarcity. Okay. I need to clarify something with my guides for a second, so just give me a second, please. Okay. My guides are wanting to be very strong with you that you are not headed for this negative situation of poverty or scarcity or chaos. You are not headed for there, but you think you're headed for there. And that belief that you are headed for this circumstance is clouding your judgment and not allowing you to make the clear-headed decision that you know you need to make. And I feel like this is where we are looking back to the happiness card, about knowing that no matter what the circumstance is, outcome good or bad, you will be still the one creating your own happiness. You are still the one responsible for creating your own happiness. Therefore, in a way, it doesn't really matter the outcome of the situation. This is kind of a big spiritual concept to hold, but it's a very freeing and a very empowering one. If no matter what happens, I know I can be happy based on my choice and my mindset, then it doesn't matter where I am or what I choose to do or who I'm with or how this all unfolds. So if you can integrate a little bit of that thought, a little bit of that energy, work with that energy, and then come back to the decision that you need to make, you're going to find a different take on it. You're going to see that the situation is not all that you thought. In this card, we've got, I forget what this is called, the alopecia, when they're losing their hair in the winter because of stress. So she's losing her hair, the calf is intact, and the father or the male has lost a little bit, but not as much. So we've kind of got the worst outcome, a little better, and then the best outcome. And underneath it all, we have sustenance. When you're in a different mindset, you're going to be able to see that, okay, yeah, this is a little bit sticky what I have to go through. This energy doesn't feel great. I don't know if we can get through this without a little bit of a loss, but you're going to see these other facets, which you're looking for. This is a geode right here. You're looking for them, but you're not able to see them because you're worried about the worst possible outcome. Okay, let's look at significant energy coming in. The Emperor. This, I feel, is an energy that you actually may need to stand against. Okay? That someone may come in with a strong opinion or a strong direction, like we have to do this or we have to go this particular way. Very domineering kind of opinion. But I believe that you need to stay strong. So this whole reading is trying to support your better decision making that doesn't look to the worst possible outcome, that doesn't look to the suffering or Murphy's Law, because this person has Murphy's Law in plenty. And this person, this energy that's forcing a decision or forcing a viewpoint, it only looks in one direction. It's a very linear kind of mind. And I want to say it's a fatalistic mind. It's a mind that looks for everything to go wrong and then believes that it will happen. Okay, so neither one of you right now are looking at a more expanded, I want to say more conscious awareness. What I mean by that is higher consciousness tells us that everything unfolds for us, not to us, but it happens for us if we can only figure out how. And that's a lot of what our work is, and understanding what situations are is how is this happening for me? And you know, in the middle of stuff that's quite frankly shitty, it's hard to figure that out. But if we can, then we start to find that flow, we start to find the joy, we start to find the openness again. Okay, there's a starkness in all of these cards here, frozen water and then no water at all, versus our dolphin who is all water. And even that shape is so flowy. Okay, so there's a message in that as well. We're looking for flow, not for this dryness. Okay, last card will be the healing message, accomplishment, 9 of Roots. You can do this, Virgo, and it will be worth it at the end. And you will receive so many blessings and like the fruits of your labor type thing. Like you will receive so much of that from this experience. And because you were able to see the different facets of the situation, your outcome blends them all together. And see if I can put that in a different way. Your perspectives, you see the fullness, the reward of that shifted perspective, bringing different joy to you than what you maybe expected in the beginning. It's so funny, these cards, and then all of the colors on this card, how stark these are and austere, and then how bright and hopeful and full this card is. So even that difference in energy is very significant. But you're looking to accomplish so many different things on so many different levels. And to do that, you need to widen your focus and widen your concerns, your areas of concern, rather than being so focused on the outcome. Okay, my guides are saying to tie this all together with the dolphin, which is to say that I feel what they're saying. If you can put your goal on, I am going to be happy in the midst of this process, no matter what happens and where this process takes me, that will be my one accomplishment. Okay? Now, happiness is what we say to ourselves. Happiness is what we choose to focus on. Happiness is how we interpret the behavior of those around us and the choices we make for ourselves. Okay? So this card is really asking you to take a much more spiritual approach to what's in front of you, making it your only job to be responsible for your happiness, not for the outcome, not for the process, not for the choice, not for what's actually in front of you, but for your inner state, being responsible for that. And if you can get through this, having been totally responsible for that, not only will this situation turn out for the better, but you will have accomplished something huge for yourself spiritually. All right, Virgo, thank you so much for sharing your time and your energy with me for this reading, and I will look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good one.